In the last episode, we arrived here at Hen Island and had a beautiful day, followed by a celestial light show.
The next day dawned sunny and warm, and the beauty, magic, and serenity of this place just kept on giving. The only thing missing was lobster.
Like everyone else, we had learned that if you simply hold up a bucket, a lobsterman soon scurries over and sells you an absolutely fresh lobster at a great price. All true, at $5 a piece, delivered straight to your boat. Can't beat it.
Well, they don't get as hot as it did yesterday.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday.
We get the rock pogies up North Haven, so we've got to use them up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been selling them for $5 a piece. It's easy, man.
Yeah?
I said I was nuts, but that's not all we get. You know, if I sell them to you for that price, we got the money in a pot, so I do it all day long.
Oh, yeah.
So you just won't kill them.
Just do.
Beauties.
Oh, okay.
My kid said it would stink just by going by this boat.
Okay.
Well, we started off this morning by filling a bunch of bait bags.
Yeah, sorry for the small change.
That's fine. I need fresh water.
All right. Well, fantastic. You made our day happy.
I guess we should give these boys some water for a while.
So we sailed around to Perry Creek. Fittingly, it looks a bit like the head of a dinosaur, as there are many teeth in the form of rocks, sunkers, shallows, and sandbars.
Bring it, little sailboat.
Yeah, sure, big guy, not afraid, but thanks for playing. So mostly it's just a gorgeous spot.
Look at this classy little houseboat. This is my first time here at Perry Creek, but Brian's got me a little nervous about those rocks and sandbars up ahead.
Having not been here in 7 years, I decided to anchor outside the sandbars and row in to reconnoiter. I hadn't yet told Muriel I planned to wiggle up past these bars and anchor behind them. I'm glad to see it really hasn't changed too much. We didn't come in here on the way down for fear that I'd come in here, it would just be all different, but it's just the same. It's beautiful. And years ago, you could go way, way up there and anchor. I could with my draft. Isn't this beautiful? Perry Creek.
Brian, there's something ahead right there.
Oh,
Ah,
a little shallow.
a little shallow. Yeah, this is the bar you were talking about.
And ho. Yeah, that's why I was going so slowly coming in here. I knew this was here someplace.
Well, better the dinghy hits it than the sailboat, I tell
Looks
you.
like we can get around over there.
Yeah, let's go over there. Let's go deeper over on that edge.
Now I wonder if it's deep enough in here to come around with a sailboat past this half bar and anchor behind it.
Perhaps at some times of the day. Brian, this is where your sense of adventure outdoes mine.
Oh, this is small time adventure.
This is,
10 feet right here.
there is a bar with rocks and barnacles with the tide going down, and Brian wants to go and anchor behind it and somehow get out. So we'll see if we can do this or not.
No problem. So on the south side of Perry Creek, past the second bar, is this little cove, and we have a lot of mussels. After lunch and a swim, we went down below to escape the sun, and Muriel decided to do a little composing on the fly.
So as we leave, I'm on the bow, watching carefully for the sandbars and the rocks on either side. Ooh, check out those rocks. Okay, I think, looks like we're not going to hit anything yet. How's the depth?
Fine.
Okay, I think we did it. So, lunch and a swim. Was it worth it?
Of course it was. We next had a short but pleasant sail over to Rockland. We would have preferred to stay in the wilds of Perry Creek, but there was a storm tracking across the ocean to the south of us, and it was forecast to throw off some strong east winds that would last for a day and a half or 2 days, and so we had to take advantage of that. In the meantime, however, we were looking forward to a lobster dinner and some music under the stars.
Never felt the bay even tolerable. It was warm.
Yeah. We felt that today.
We have Nick here aboard.
Okay.
Muriel's done working.
Blurred.
Yes.
Yeah, it's out of
I'm
focus.
always
Done
blurred.
working, taking my hair
It's
down.
out of focus because
Yes.
we've got our dark and stormies working here.
Captain's dark and stormy, and first mate's little red bits here.
I've never had a really expensive wine, have you?
Yes. And it's worth it.
I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be with you.
Oh, that's so great.
Well, that's a switch where I get serenaded to while I'm cooking here. And usually it's the other way around. Usually I'm playing the music while Brian or someone is cooking.
There's nothing like playing music on a boat. I'm on hey a wife, whatsoe'er she be, let her be a woman, that's enough for me. Why bloom these and swallow by the moon, fine heather ringers better never grew. Be she green or grey, be she black or fair, let her be a woman, that's ash signamer. By bloom these and swallow by the moon, fine heather ringers better never grew.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
That is a song that I think was attributed to Robert Burns,
Oh, really?
but I don't think he actually wrote it. I think he collected it. That makes me want to cry, that thing.
That's a great song. Yeah, I've been swatting mosquitoes trying to film and hold the camera straight. The camera's back.
Sounds like a title right there.
Yeah.
What do you-
Cheers.
Oh, cheers to you, man. Cheers to you, Tom Brown. Cheers to you.
Yeah. The super trebles sound a lot like the Finnish gantalas.
Works. As long as you don't have a noisy bar audience, it looks great. I can't believe what you're doing. There's a knocking of whiskey at his feet and bottle of porter at his head. What colour do you do dance to your partner? Boys,
It's Irish.
scraping my memory to get this.
It's Irish bluegrass.
Thank you, yes. You do the chorus, I'll try to remember the verse.
Wow, that was so much fun. So to keep the music going, here is another one of Muriel's Monday Night Live shows, this time with bass legend Victor Wooten.
I came to record the Nightlight Daylight CD. So you got it right there.
I keep this close, man. This has been gifts for so many people. I love this CD.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And, a big part of it was your playing and Phil Keaggy's playing. I mean, that really transformed the music. I was thinking about the time that we had in recording Perfect 10, and Brian was there in the studio, Captain Brian.
That's 40.
And Stanley Jordan's trying out some parts.
Just a little less, 35 or something. Okay, now let me hear it with the track.
Okay, ready to go.
Here it comes again. Here comes the count right here.
He's a perfect 10.
Wow. Man, I forgot all that was going on. Mark Kibble.
Yeah, Mark Kibble was doing all those vocals, and your brother Roy, Future Man, was doing the drums. And your whole family is just amazing. I mean, now a couple generations in, every one of your brothers is just so talented and unique. And now your kids are each doing just amazing things, and each one of them has found their own path.
Yeah, I am very lucky in that sense. I was literally just born into it. When I was born, they knew I was the bass player. And so I grew up with them as role models, and I still have them as role models. And, two wonderful parents. And I just pass on to my kids, as Joseph did to his kids, the same stuff that we learned growing up. And that's really what my camps are about.
I have talked to any number of people who said that camp has transformed their lives.
I wanted people to learn some of the things that I learned from my parents growing up. Being a good musician, is one thing, but being a good human being for the world is even a bigger, broader thing. And that's what our camps are really about.
Wow. And I've always wondered, how did your parents do that? How did they get every one of their kids to be amazing? And now you all are doing it for another generation.
Yeah, well, it started with our parents not really caring what we did. Meaning, play music, play sports, your choice. But who you are is what's going to drive that. And they were so concerned and put their attention on who we were as people. And that was number one. And so as us brothers, we've continued that.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause all you got to do, if you want to be good at something, just keep doing it. I mean, it's really that easy. You have to put in work, but it's that easy. The process is easy. Repeat. Just keep doing it. So my mom would say, yeah, my boys are good. They should be, as much as they do it. She said, but what makes me happy is who they are as people.
Mm-hmm.
And because my parents knew they wouldn't always be here. And once we got old, our time with our kids is very short.
Mm-hmm.
Kids get to be a teenager for a few short years. And so we want to instill in them the goodness of who they are, so that they don't have to get self-worth from someone else, or they don't have to guard who they really are at the fear of someone not liking them. Once you love yourself, you see the love in everyone else. And it really doesn't matter as much. It does matter, but not as much what people think about you, because you realize that what they're really seeing is themselves. But our parents knew that us 5 boys, especially, not to bring it to this level, but she knew what 5 black boys, were going to be facing growing up in the 60s, my brother's 50s and 60s and 70s. She knew that we may be facing a world that didn't support us back. So we needed to support each other as a family unit, and to know and love who we were, even when the world doesn't love you back.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, especially because of music, because we were able to share our music with the world did love us back. And that has allowed us to actually help people, like you were talking about Bela Fleck using his music. Musicians have a superpower that other people don't have, right? Listening to that beautiful song you wrote and played right there, nobody has to know what it was about. No one has to know anything about music, the chords, the scales, the techniques. We don't have to know anything to get the full effect of it. That's the power of music.
Yeah.
We don't have to understand the language to get the effect of the language. And that's powerful.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to be the best at that.
Thank you, Victor. In the next episode, we race the sun out to one of the furthest offshore islands, Ragged Island, where I try to find an old acquaintance in the little self-sufficient town of Creehaven.
And then we took our overnight crossing to Provincetown, following a storm with adventures along the way.